Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. SteelerNation. We're going to be breaking down today, of course, our season so far. So I'm basically going to be talking and giving grades on the offense so far, on the defense so far, and special teams as well so far. I'm going to get grades and breaking it down, and we're going to do that right now, of course. Okay, starting off first, let's start off with special teams. Special teams been doing a good job. We've seen the block field goal they had against the Cowboys. We've seen, of course, the plays they made, the block punt against the Raiders. We've seen the play they made against the it was against the Jets, a block field goal as well. So they had two of them. One got called back, and then after the game they said, "Oh, this one right here should have been regular." So they had two of those as well against the Jets, and then also punt return by Calvin Austin as well. Special teams have done a good job. Coach Danny Smith, legend, Mr. Chewing Gum himself, go out there and does a great job, find different ways to support those guys, and now having more depth too as well. You put Minka on the edge, have Minka come in off the edge like that, and been doing a good job of getting pressure from that way and getting blocks and causing things, especially in punt team as well. We've been finding a way just to get it done like that. So I think the past few years, the special teams have kind of improved a lot, and we've seen just more consistency from the special team play, and that's why the Steelers team been very well balanced this year. A lot of people always kind of neglect special teams, but special teams kind of matter because if you have that extra unit, be like, okay, my guys can go out there, they can block field goals. They're making field goals constantly too as well is like automatic, and also you're getting punt returns, you're getting good coverage as well, you're getting good punts as well, putting teams back in bad positions where your defense go out there and feast on them. It helps everything out. It makes everything just better. So that's one thing I've been liking with the special teams. So I get the special teams probably a A. I think an A plus. They done a good job, A plus. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. They've been doing an amazing job out there handling business, being very consistent throughout the year. We haven't really seen any mishaps or anything where people like bobble the snap or something like that. Boswell missed one field goal, but it was like a 59 or 60-yard field goal that he missed. But besides that, he's been automatic. He's been hitting everything. He's been very good. He's been the best kicker this year for us, and it's going out there and just dominating. I think that first game, right, he hit, 3 field goals in the first, I think in 3 field goals, 50-plus yards, which is very good and very crazy, and he's just been very consistent. So our special teams, punt coverage and all that stuff, punt return, our field goal coverage team and all the things that have been happening. Everybody been playing very good and playing high level as well. So A plus for me so far. Okay, next we got, of course, the defense. The Steelers defense have been very consistent throughout the year. They only had one bad game. I think you could probably say bad game, like was the one against the Colts, where the Colts went out on the field pretty easily and handled things. But besides that, the Steelers defense been very good. I know this past game against the Giants, they allowed 145 rushing yards from Tracy, but he didn't really. It wasn't really a super effective because the Giants still was held to a certain amount of points, and they also got turnovers on them as well, and many sacks on them as well. So the Steelers defense, they might bend sometimes occasionally, but they don't break. Last year defense, remember last year what happened with all the injuries that happened. The Steelers defense last year still only allowed 17, 18 points with all the injuries that we had, and plus with the mediocre or actually below average offensive play we had. We only averaged 16 points per game last year as an offense, and we allowed 18 points per game as a defense. It was top 5 in takeaways last year. They added more depth this season coming to this year, adding Patrick Queen, you had Peyton Wilson, you got Dante Jackson, you got Deshaun Elliott, Benny Bishop been doing a good job as well. All these pieces you added to your team, you had those guys, and now it's like they're playing even better. They're playing even better football, and now they're only averaging they allow like 15 points per game. I think 15 points per game. The Steelers defense is doing a good job of holding teams down, getting turnovers, being consistent. But you have those two like high level guys. You got an elite level Hall of Fame guy and TJ Watt on one side. You got a good guy who's playing very good like that at a good level and kind of elite level at times as well. Alex Highsmith, who might be up there one day too. You never know like that. Engrave his name in history as well. Playing on the other side of him, you had a dynamic piece like that. Those both guys on both sides like that. It makes it very difficult for teams to go out there and choose. Like, should I double team him? Should I double team him? What should I do? Should I try to find a way to like maybe chip on him on that side, but I'm gonna leave this guy free? And you see what happened in the Giants game. It was just getting free, getting home. And you see what happened many times, like the Jets game as well. They double team wide, triple team wide. And Alex Highsmith was still getting home to the Rodgers. And I don't know if he got a sack on Rodgers. I think he got 1 sack on Rodgers maybe. But I know he was getting there, and Rodgers threw a turnover a few times like that as well. So getting pressure. The Steelers can find a way to get pressure. One thing with the Steelers team, it don't matter what happens. We can have bad quarterbacks, we can have bad receivers, or anything you can think of. They will always have a good pass rush. They will always be able to get to the quarterback and try to sack the quarterback. We've seen it many years. And for the past few years, our defense have been getting to that groove. And now we have a Super Bowl caliber defense, I think. The offense is yet to be seen. We're going to see if they stay consistent throughout time when they play even stiffer competition, to see if they can stay consistent and be that offense. But the defense is definitely Super Bowl caliber and been playing at a high level. And I think the grade I'll give them is probably an A. I give them an A. I would say an A+, but I'll give them an A because of the Colts game that happened, of course. It's a mishaps that happened a few times throughout the season. Like that, the game we lost to the Cowboys. That one, they held the Cowboys to 20 points, but they should have had the offense should have capitalized more on it like that. But the last game when drive, the Cowboys walked down and hit the game with a touchdown. Of course, you can't blame the defense fully for that, but you blame a little bit like, okay, our defense is our pride and joy. We put all our money into the defensive side, the most expensive defense, so you expect them to take it home for you like that. But besides that, the defense has been very elite Super Bowl caliber level defense, only allowing 15 points per game, being able to get the quarterbacks consistently, turnovers as well, forcing turnovers. And TJ Watt has mastered the art of getting the ball out. They said, I think they since 2000, he had the most forced fumbles and most strip sacks in 2007, which is very crazy and very good. 31 forced fumbles, which is absolutely insane. He kind of mastered the art of punching that football out like that. He missed one time. Remember, he punched Zay Flowers in the face that one time. That was kind of funny a little bit, but he mastered the art of punching the football out of people's arms and stuff like that. Remember, the Raiders, he had 2 of those. Remember, the Raiders were double team, triple teaming him, but he still was impactful. He stayed in pursuit. He punched the ball out for a running back, punched the ball out from I think receiver as well. He just found different ways just to make plays and make things happen. He's a phenomenal player. 4-time first team All-Pro, like a 5 or 6-time Pro Bowler. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He got the numbers for Hall of Fame, and most likely, if he continues what he's doing right now, we got 6.5 sacks, I think, this year so far. And those strip sacks, he got like 4 forced fumbles or 4 or 5 forced fumbles this year. He's going to be on pace to win another Defensive Player of the Year. He's just that good. He's just very good. And the Steelers, feed off of that too as well. You see what happened against the Giants game that just passed. Russell Wilson fumbled. He ran and scrambled, and then the ball got hit out. He fumbled, and what did TJ Watt do? First he had the big tackle against Daniel Jones, and then he got off the edge because it was one-on-one. I don't know why they play one-on-one on TJ Watt like that. In that situation right there, he got around the tackle easily, punched the ball out, and recovered it like that. It's just different. Like when you have a guy like that level, it's just a different level. Like Coach Tomlin said, he's not surprised about TJ Watt making those plays, but he's not appreciative of them. He's very appreciative of the plays he makes, but he's not surprised by it because he knows TJ Watt is great. You expect greatness every time. You're like, I'm not surprised that LeBron James scored 40. It's not surprising because it's LeBron James. I'm not surprised that TJ Watt had the game-winning strip sack or made this play right here. It's TJ Watt. He does plays routinely like that, but he's just absolutely great and amazing. And our whole defense have kind of been fed off that, been very good. Minka Fitzpatrick, even though he hasn't been getting a lot of interceptions, the flashy plays he used to make, he's still very effective. You watch him play, he does a lot. So he take a part of the field away because people scared to throw that way down the field too as well. He does a good job. He's very active in the running game as well, and coverage and leading the defense. So everybody's just firing on all cylinders. We have a nice core of people, a nice core of players, and we're just playing some high-level football. And I think Deshaun Elliott has been a big-time get from our free agency. Dante Jackson as well, the big-time trade. JPJ playing his level of football as well, too. So we've just been finding ways to just get it done defensively. And I think the defense is going to continue to get better and better and improve more and more. But so far, I give them an A. When they first 8 games, it's an A for me. Like, they've been playing very good. Let's move on to the next, which is the offense. Okay, the last part, of course, the offense. The offense is been doing very good things like that. They start off a little, shaky, a little rough early in the season. Justin Fields stepping in the backup role, from the backup role like that to start, and he did a pretty good job like that too. And then that game he had against the Colts, he only put up 400 yards of offense. We've seen the potential he can do and making plays, using his legs. 10 touchdowns to only 2 turnovers, I think. 10 touchdowns to just 2 turnovers. Played very good football. And then Russell Wilson came in, led us to 2-0 as well. So having both of those quarterbacks go out there, you did it with the backup quarterback who you're trying to mold and kind of develop into your future, and then also doing it with the veteran quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Russell Wilson. And also Justin Fields said his favorite quarterback growing up was Cam Newton and Russell Wilson. He said he used to look up to those guys, of how he modeled his game after those guys. And now you get to sit behind Russell Wilson and learn more and more. So that's very cool. But I like the way our offense kind of got things going. Najee Harris, a guy who people have been writing off a lot. He started off a little, I think 70 yards. He had 70 yards a again. He had 60 something, and they kind of had a few games that were a little low. People were like, oh, Najee's not doing too good. 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. Like, they've been playing very good football. They finally put him in positions to help him get downhill. Instead of doing all the dancing maybe from the backfield, he get downhill. So he's in like single back formation. They're getting them downhill, run through the A gap. Occasionally he'll bounce off the outside and make something happen as well. We're seeing his ability, athleticism to hurtle over people, to bulldoze people, steamroll people as well. Najee has been very effective. They finally utilize him right. In the offensive line, even though the injuries have happened, Truffatanu and James Daniel, the injuries that have happened to him, we still see our offensive line being very consistent, finding ways to get us space, in the pass game, and also give us space in the rushing attack as well. The offensive line been playing very good, even with some of the guys who are back up. And McCormick, remember at first I wanted us to draft, I think, a cornerback right there first. I was like, we should take a cornerback right there in that spot. But actually, they knew what they're doing. That's why they're in the NFL, and I'm not. McCormick getting drafted been very good because he's been helping out a lot. And in the way the Steelers went out there and scoped in and added that depth to the offensive line has helped out a lot. Those guys, even though your backups and some of those, the other starter guys are injured, they're still being very effective, and we're still seeing push. We're still being able to create space and run the football and be effective and get down in the end zone, get down to the end zone and put points up. Now we still got to capitalize, of course, in the red zone. That's one thing we kind of struggle with. With the last game against the Giants, we struggled with that a little bit, and some other games we struggled with that a little bit too as well. So we got to find a way to capitalize in the red zone with touchdowns instead of field goals. But overall, the offense have looked better. They have looked way better this year than they looked last year. Been effective. We've been winning games as well. And we've been going out there and showing the team everything. So overall, I give the offense probably a B. I was gonna say B minus at first, but I give it a B because Justin Fields did a solid job. I know it wasn't the most flashy in the passing game, but with his legs and ability in the red zone, he was able to score touchdowns. You get a lot of hits. He had 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns. He was able to get in the end zone and score. So Justin Fields did a good job. And Russell Wilson doing a good job pushing the ball down the field like that with his arm, of course, and being the veteran he is and the legend he is, of course. With 9-time or 10-time Pro Bowler, All Pro, Super Bowl champion, been to 2 Super Bowls, future Hall of Famer, of course. So having him, he was doing a very good job too as well. So the Steelers have done a good job with their offense, finding ways to get it done in different styles, in different ways. And I think the offense grade so far, in my opinion, is a B. And it's everything kind of well balanced. You see A+ out of A+ for special teams, an A for the defense, a B for the offense. I think our team is well balanced. We're able to win games different ways. You ain't gotta just do it off the defense sometimes. Maybe you can do it through offense. Maybe you can do it through offense and defense. Or maybe you can do it through like this past game, special teams and defense. Offense scored 1 touchdown, but special teams and defense did a good job of keeping us in the game. And of course, Boswell making those big time field goals and also getting the punt return touchdown. And also you're seeing, of course, the defense go out there, get the strip sacks, getting you interceptions as well, like that. So having those dynamic factors is just very good. So winning the game different ways, because all 3 phases of football matters. So it's been very cool to see. Very cool to see our Steelers go out there and handle business and get things done. I'm looking forward to see what happens, in the upcoming weeks. This is my mid-season analysis for our team on here. I have another one, of course, that's kind of more in depth on the Steelers Syndicate channel, so you go over there and you can watch that one. That'll probably be coming out later this week. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.